France strikes back. By 1360, the treaty gave England vast territories. But treaties are fragile. France soon found new strength under Charles V, the Wise. Charles avoided costly battles. Instead, his generals harassed the English, cut supply lines, and retook towns bit by bit. By the end of the century, England was feeling pretty worn out. The big wins at Crécy and Poitiers were just fading memories. But the war wasn't over yet. Henry V and the Battle of Agincourt in year 1415. In 1415, England's new king, Henry V, launched a bold invasion. His campaign was brutal but brilliant. At Agincourt, the English were outnumbered, exhausted, and sick. Yet once again, the longbow turned the tide. French knights, trapped in mud, were cut down by waves of arrows. The victory was so overwhelming that the French crown signed the Treaty of Troyes in 1420, naming Henry V the heir to the throne of France. For a moment, it seemed England might actually rule both kingdoms. But fate intervened. Henry V died suddenly in 1422, leaving only an infant son. And France, though battered, was not beaten. The miracle of Joan of Arc. Into this dark moment stepped an unlikely savior, a teenage peasant girl named Joan of Arc. Claiming visions from God, she convinced Charles VII, the French heir ignored by the Treaty of Troyes, to give her command of an army. In 1429, Joan led the French to lift the siege of a stunning victory. With her guidance, Charles was crowned at Reims, reclaiming his legitimacy. But Joan's triumph was short-lived. Captured in 1430, she was handed to the English, tried for heresy, and burned at the stake in Rouen in 1431. She was only 19 years old. Her death, however, did not break France's spirit. Instead, it ignited it. Joan became a martyr, a symbol of divine favor and national unity. The end of the war. After Joan's sacrifice, the tide turned decisively. France embraced new tactics and new technology. Gunpowder, artillery, castles that had stood for centuries crumbled before cannons. The English, plagued by political troubles at home, could not keep up. In 1453, at the Battle of Castillon, French cannons crushed the last English hopes. England lost all its lands in France. Except Calais, after 116 years of fighting, the 100 Years' War was over.